All right, it's saying we're live. I think we're live. Welcome, everybody. Sorry, I'm like 1 minute late. Okay, I don't have to apologize when I'm 1 minute late. That's no big deal. I'm amazed it was only 1 minute, though. I was all set up to be here on time. But let me tell you about it. So, usually it's a great time to stream. Got this drink with a straw here. Very fancy. On Mondays around this time, because my oldest daughter goes to her piano lesson. So I was like, okay, here we are. We're all getting set up. We're ready here. Everyone's out of the house. And then right as I'm getting myself set up, my wife calls me and says that my daughter's forgotten her piano books. So I think it'd be all funny to run outside and stand in the middle of the road and give them to her. And then I hear, oh, wait, there's another one. There's more inside. So I have to run back in, and then, oh, wait, there's one more piano book. So by this point, 5 whole minutes have been wasted, and I'm struggling to get here on time, but almost here on time. So thank you, Purge, for the donation before I even got started. Appreciate you, brother. Welcome, Wannabe Blacksmith. Welcome, RV Cart. So yeah, we're gonna talk today about the night market and why I am just no longer interested in it. Before we do, though, I want to make sure the audio is coming through well. Yeah, okay, we're good. So, we're going to talk about the night market. I'm going to record part of it and make it into a video. That is, that is really the trick here being a content creator, is double purposing things. I've seen people like Asmongold, edit down their VODs into videos and stuff too, but it's kind of like, on a day when I stream, I really don't have the time to also go like, research a video topic and record it and everything. So it's really a lot easier to do it this way. But yeah, here we are at the night market. I think I'm done with all my intros. I'm going to go ahead and start recording my thoughts here. So here we are in the beautiful night market. And as you can see, I only have 3,000 favor. I mean, not even quite 3,000. And to get the goodies, to get the goods for this, you need 10,000. Now, when you look at that die on the screen there, when you look at that little snapshot, it really gives you the impression that it is something that, honestly, though, it really is not. So if anybody is online right now who has gotten this, I'm actually going to post in the guild here. I want to see this. I've only seen pictures so far. I haven't seen it actually on my system with all my filters applied and everything. Welcome, MG Sparkle. So I'm going to post in the guild really quick here. Anybody on who has glittering gold, I want to showcase it on the stream. Okay. Yeah, you need 10,000 favor to get the die, whichever faction you're in. It's some kind of red stripy thing in Ruckus. It's a pretty cool blue die if you're Thousand Eyes. So I've also heard disappointment about the Thousand Eyes die. But with glittering gold, it seems like it's going to look like one thing here, but from what I can tell so far, it looks like something completely different. So I'm going to pull up the images I have real quick. Let's see. Gotta grab my keyboard. let's pull up the images. Hang on, let's take a second. Gotta switch accounts. What the heck? Where was my main account here? Okay, there it is. There's the main account. Go to the posts. Okay, so now here is what I've seen of this so far. Dirt. 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 So this is what it looks like. On one person's screen, right? And here's another version. This person posted it on Reddit, and they said they took all of the, the filters and the alterations off of it, off of their game. So this is like the most natural looking it can actually look. And I don't know, man. That doesn't look very gold to me. It looks kind of piss yellow, honestly. It looks like what it really looks like is a dye that we actually already have and have had since literally the launch of the base game. So let's take a look at that. When I saw that, I was immediately like, this looks like where's the outfit station? Where is it? It's somewhere here. Which one is it? Is this the outfit station? Yeah. This honestly looks just like which one is it? I'm gonna have to, yeah, Akatos Scales Gold. Dead Ringer. I mean, we already have that, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is already in the game, okay? Let me take off my picture here really quick. I mean, it's just slightly different from Akatos Scales Gold. Really. So it looks like somebody in the guild actually has this. So I'm going to see if they want to join up. But I do want to actually see it before I make a final decision here. But, whatever the case may be, even if the dye is absolutely amazing, it's going to take a lot to get me to grind 7,000 more favor. And let me start by saying why this isn't a problem for me, okay? It's not a problem for me because the night market is too hard. I don't think it's too hard, personally. I think it's the perfect level of difficulty. It's also not a problem for me because the night market is bad or terribly designed, or it's gatekeeping solo players from doing it or whatever. I have addressed many times now in videos and streams what I think of these perspectives, and absolutely nothing about that has changed. I don't think they made it too hard. I actually think the night market is really good. I think it's a great new piece of added content to the game. I just think it's incredibly repetitive and it gets super boring. The first time you take down an Argent boss, you're like, yeah, woo, we did it. The first time you take down a Calamitous boss, you're like, yeah, woohoo, we did it. And then every single subsequent time is like, yeah, woohoo, we did it. Skirmishes are fun. Like the first 3 or 4 times you do them. And then it's just super repetitive. So I'm not one of those people who's just going to sit there and do a trial all day. I just, like, I technically do have the time but I don't have the will. I'm not interested in doing that. I really, like, the longest consecutive period that I ever game is when I stream. And I stream for, like, what, like 2 hours? Ever? Like, I mean, sometimes my longest stream ever is like 3 hours. So I've said it before, and it's kind of, I'm like a narc, guys. Like, I'm not really a hardcore gamer, but I make content in the game because I'm good at it. It's a good career to pursue in 2026. I'm a useful addition to the community, and you know, I do like it. Then we're gonna get into something I'm transitioning to here later on the stream. I'm excited to announce something to you guys. I don't think I've really told anybody else about this yet, except like one person. By making a new channel, and it's gonna be something completely different. I'm excited to talk about this later, but I want to finish this idea here. I want to see this guy actually. He said he had the die, but I'm not sure he actually does. But yeah, it's repetitive, and I only want one thing from this. And I only ever wanted one thing from this. And now I'm not sure that I even want that one thing. And here's why. I will show you why. Once I log out. So I wanted the glittering gold die because I wanted a die for my Templar that more accurately matched the mounts. And so see what I'm wearing here now? Whoops, wrong button. You see that? I mean, that is pretty much a dead ringer match. Is that the glittering gold die? No, it is not. And no, it is not divine gold either. I've had divine gold for forever. This is something that I totally forgot about. But if y'all will remember, last year, or maybe it was the year before, whatever update had all the anniversary stuff in it, they released a bunch of dies with the anniversary. So, you know, I'd totally forgotten about this. But last night, I went... Wait, where? Achievements, there we go. I went and I got Commemorative Safebox Looter. I went and I got Commemorative Safebox Looter, which is you simply go and open a safe box in every single zone, and then you get the die, 10 anniversary gold leaf. Now, look at that little icon there, okay? It looks like almost like a brownish color. It looks absolutely nothing like the die once it's actually on your armor. So that's why I kind of overlooked it before. I was like, oh, you know, this probably won't be what I think it is. But this kind of adds to the point of, like, I wanted glittering gold basically because I saw one picture on ESO Hub. And they must have had some crazy filters on it or something. And I looked at the little icon. And I thought glittering gold would look like this. But turns out there's already a die in the game that looks exactly like what I wanted. And it was way easier to get. Now, you'd think at first, going to every single zone and getting a sky shard, like that would be... Or not, sorry. You'd think at first that going to every single zone and getting a safe box would be pretty hard. And yeah, you know, it's not like particularly the easiest thing in the world to do, but it took me maximum 2 hours of gameplay to do this. I had a couple problems. Let's see. The ones that I ended up getting stuck in the longest were Craglorn. Balfoyan. Balfoyan was hard, dude. That took me forever. Which ones also took a minute? Oh, Vardenfell. For some reason, I couldn't find one to save my life in Vardenfell. But the rest of them were really easy. Now, if you guys want this die, I will have a video coming out probably day after tomorrow, how to get it. Tips for where to find safe boxes. But it's generally pretty easy. Like, I mean, I wonder if there's one just in this area here. Like, they're often in crafting areas. They're often inside buildings. They're often sitting around merchants. Okay, this guy who said he had the glittering gold die doesn't actually have it. Okay, well, thank you for your input, but I need someone who actually has it. And yeah, it took me maybe 90 minutes, 2 hours to get. Well, if you want glittering gold from Night Market, that's going to take you at least 25 hours. Maybe 30. So yeah, when I found the safe box in Somerset, for instance, it was just like right around here somewhere. I think it was like right there. Right there. They're generally pretty easy to find. And it's actually kind of fun, kind of thrilling going around looking for them.
You, newcomer.
So yeah, from the beginning, I only really wanted to do Night Market to get a die that would look good on my Templar. And I saw a couple of you saying that it's a perfect match. And I mean, really, it is now. This is like the perfect match for the mounts. I'm satisfied. Aesthetics is my #1 thing in ESO. It's what keeps me coming back year after year. Is I hope they never change the engine to Unreal 5 or whatever these crazy pipe dream ideas people spout out. You know, like they need to redo the engine because there's something just special about this engine when it comes to especially metallic surfaces. There's something about the shininess of things in ESO that no other game has replicated. Like Warframe is kind of close, but no other game does this, where things just look so crazy shiny. It's kind of hard to explain. But my aesthetic purposes have been fulfilled here. And I see some talk about black dyes. And I want to address that too, because there's also a black dye that I'm probably going to grind as well from the same anniversary update from last year or the year before. Which one is it? There it is. Commemorative activity. Commemorative activity achiever. But I'm never doing this because you have to play a ranked or unranked tribute match against another player. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Anyone want to play Trails of Tribute against me here on PSNA? So I can get the 10th anniversary Eban leather die, and we can see if it's any different from Cold Harbor. And we can see if it's any different from Cold Harbor Ash. Any better? I will play a round of tribute with somebody just to get this die, and we'll see if it's good on a different character. But yeah, just summing things up. I like the Night Market. I am not a Night Market hater by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not one of those people who thinks it's a bad addition to the game, or it's gatekeeping, or it's... Some guy in the forum said it's feeding off solo players. It's just that kind of content is not something I'm going to invest an incredible amount of time in unless there's something I really want out of it. And everything I've seen from Glittering Gold, everything I've seen from that die is telling me that it's not actually something I want. It's not going to look good on this character, and that's literally all I wanted it for. If I want another greenish gold die, I mean, we already have Scales of Akatosh. I don't really care that much about any of the other awards. I don't really care about having a guild bank in my house. And the thing is, the amount of favor you have might reset. But when this comes back in the fall, you're still going to be able to grind toward that achievement. So if it takes me 3 separate runs of the night market to get my die, c'est la vie. I have run out of interest in it. I had a lot of fun while I was doing it. I think it's a great addition to the game. I'm so glad they did the night market. But 10 hours is basically my cap with it. Another annoyance with it is grouping. I don't think there's anything wrong with the fact you have to group. It makes sense. It's the kind of content it is. What I mean is that you have the choice between organizing a group yourself. Hey, stop pushing me. Hey, ladies, stop pushing me. Bruh. Okay, I'm over here now. You have a choice between organizing a group, which takes a lot of effort, or joining a pickup group, which has very mixed results. I've had some amazing pickup groups. I've had some really, really bad ones. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong or broken or stupid about either the grouping system or the fact that you have to group with night market. No, that's fine. I just don't really feel like doing it anymore. I'm just kind of done. So it's incredibly repetitive. It's grindy. That is what an MMO is. But with plenty of things that are worthwhile and good to get in ESO, it is a much smaller grind. To get the really perfect die I'm wearing right here, it was a grind of altogether 2 hours. So it's still a grind. You're still grinding. You're still going into the world and doing stuff and wandering around and completing tasks. I mean, that is what an MMO is. Absolutely. But for me, the difference between a 2-hour grind and a 25 or 30-hour grind is significant enough that if I'm going to invest some amount of time, it had really better be worth it. So in terms of feedback, like I'm not complaining about the night market itself. Really, like not hardly at all. That's not what I'm doing here. But if there was one thing that the devs could do to make it better, make favor a little bit easier to grind. Like if I was at 5k favor right now instead of 3k, yeah, I'd be happier with it. I'd feel more at peace with quitting where I am. But at the same time, I can totally understand why they wouldn't. Why they've made favor as difficult to grind as it is. And I've also not been doing it perfectly optimized. Like, they could make it easier simply in the way of making the daily quests that you find in the world easier to find, all the little things of, like the people and the objects, etc. They could also make those shareable. So if there's anything at all actually wrong with the night market, it's probably that. Like, you could make those daily quests shareable. You could make their objectives easier to locate, like a smaller radius. But, you know, otherwise, I don't think there's anything wrong with the actual game. I don't think there's anything wrong with the actual game mode. I don't think night market needs to be changed for me. I'm not some entitled twit demanding that the game cater to ultimately my laziness or lack of dedication. I've just reached my limit. I'm just personally no longer interested in continuing on. But that's just me. So long story short, I have really enjoyed the night market. I think it's great. My overall score of 9 out of 10 for the content has not changed. Just for me personally, it has lost its allure. I'm not interested in doing it anymore. So, I'm not. I'm done. It was fun. When it comes back in the fall, I'll be stoked to run it again for probably another 5 to 10 hours. But it's not the kind of thing that I want to invest a bunch of time in, because I'm not the kind of player who ever invests a whole lot of time in anything in this game. I really don't. If something's too hard, I just personally probably won't do it. I don't mean hard in terms of difficulty. I mean hard in terms of time invested. Because again, my complaints with the night market are not the complaints that I've been seeing the most commonly. People are like, I don't want to have to group. This is boring. Take me back to preschool. I've been complaining about how easy overland content is for 5-10 years. But now there's actually something hard in the game. I don't want to do it, Mom. Like, okay, these are not my complaints. I don't have any complaints. I guess if I have any complaint at all, it's that the stamp for the die is kind of deceptive. The die does not actually look like that. But really what did it for me is I was able to acquire a die with much less effort that suits my requirements much better. So my incentive for keeping going with it is gone. Maybe they could keep me going with it if they made the rewards better too. Like no more overland sets, right? Dropping from the coffers. More cool furnishings, things that really seem to fit the level of difficulty. Like maybe. But I don't think there's really anything that could make me want to do it any more than I already have. Nothing. I don't need gold. I don't need anything else in the game. I just need a new gold die, and now I got it. Okay. Those are my thoughts on the night market. I'm going to stop recording now, and we'll get into some other stuff. So some of the other stuff I'm going to do today is someone was asking me about my Arcanist build. I was like, what Arcanist build? I mean, the thing with the glowing balls that hits for like 1/10 what the Arcanist could hit. So I'm going to work a little bit on my Arcanist build today because I've been seeing some comments recently from people saying, hey, I just want to see you just play the game and do stuff more. And so I'm going to do some kind of background to making a build. I'm going to show that off. I want to talk to you guys about my new project too. Okay, I'll catch up with the chat, but Blank Knight, are you on PSNA? Because if you are, please do. I want to take a look at the die. If you could join up. But I'm on PSNA, so that's the only way it's going to work. Let's catch up with the chat. Oh man, there's been a lot of messages. Okay. $10K favor just for the blue die isn't rewarding. The only interesting thing at 10K is the furnishings. It looks more bronze. The only thing worth doing in the night market is the Golden Pursuit. I mean, what's even in the Golden Pursuit? I haven't really paid attention to that. Oh, yeah, you get the helmets and you get this skin. But I don't know. The skin, again, doesn't really look gold. It looks bronze. I'm good. And there's nothing really else in there that's worth it. Get a couple drag wax. I need to farm a couple drag wax to make the new gear for my Arcanist. One thing I'm going to do today is showing how I farm that. And you just get some gold mats, and then you get the cosmetic rewards. Eric Wilson, it is repetitive and does get boring. Because some of the skirmishes take forever. I mean, I haven't really found the skirmishes take that long. I just find the whole thing to be repetitive. Dragonblade, you got to 5K favor and gave up because screw going to 10K. I mean, that's basically what I'm saying too. Anything in an MMO is repetitive. MC Pumi, I mean, yeah. That doesn't mean I necessarily have to repeat it. Oh yeah, I know where the die is. I know how to find it. It's just you can't actually preview dies. one weird thing with the game that I'm really hoping they fix at some point. Oh yeah, Blank Knight, you're on PC. Okay, no worries, man. Yeah, again, if anybody watching is on PSNA and has the die, I would like to see it. But, you know, even though they're on PC, Blank Knight, you could take a screenshot and get on our Discord, or even take a little video. If you go to my channel bio, and this goes for everybody, if you go to my channel bio, there's a link to the Discord on there. You can join up, leave the screenshot or the video there, and I'll show it. I'll show it. David Wheelock, you're trying to look for a silver metallic color die? I got you, bruh. Chivalric silver. You get it from completing... Is it just the storyline, or is it like all the side quests and stuff too for High Isle? I think it's everything. I think you have to basically do... I'll double check. I love this die. So... Non-antiquities. Achievements. And then... High Isle... Yeah, Savior of High Isle gives Chivalric Silver, which again, in the little die stamp, it doesn't look anything like what it actually looks like. But that's... Dude, I hate sorting by hue. I can't figure it out. I can't find anything. That looks like this. So it's a little bluish, honestly. But it's... As far as I know, it's like the shiniest silver in the game. It's a great die. So that's... I'll get rid of my face here for a second so you can see it properly. That's Chivalric Silver from Savior of High Isle. That's the one you want to get. Yeah, welcome everybody. Truth Seeker, if you're still there, you're saying you have it? Are you on PSNA? Oh yeah, and Void Pitch Black is good too. Yeah, from Vitestran Hollows. I can forfeit as soon as I get in a Tales of Tribute match. Deal. Wait, where's my beautiful face? There we go. Let's do this. Ranked competitive. What? Oh, which character did I unlock this stupid crap on? I think it's my main. Let's see. Let's see. What's a good metallic violet pink dye? Well, transliminal gold looks metallic purple on certain surfaces. Other than that, I'm not really sure. Okay, let's see. Wait, dude, which one did I do this on? I think I know how to figure this out. So if I go to Companions and Zareth Var. Okay, I completed it on this character. Here we go. Here we go. Stephen Alway, yeah, I mean, the Nightstand is a great house to get because it's free and very easy to get. Someone was telling me that they couldn't get the Nightstand house because they have to go through the shadow areas in the whatever that area is. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, I try to help people in the comments. I try to respond, but there's a certain point where I'm just like, I just can't anymore. You know, like, just best of luck to you. If you're saying you can't get the Nightstand house, You're too far gone. Okay, now I can't queue in this location. Oh, another thing that's wrong with the night market is you can't actually zoom out of it. Have you noticed that? You just go through all the different areas. You have to go to locations through options. If they did that on purpose, just why? And if not, fix it now. Boopsie doodles. You don't care for the night market as content. You don't find it especially interesting in most cases. The bosses I find fun. Yeah, I mean, the bosses are definitely fun. The first, like, 3 or 4 times. Okay, but I'm queuing for Tales of Tribute now, and I'm just going to forfeit immediately. I think that will count for me to get this die. Favor is easy, just farm skirmishes. Yeah, I mean, that's true. If you just want to do skirmishes over and over again. If I ever change my mind and really want to do favor, I mean, I'll do that. What about forcing people into a ridiculous and tedious process to get that 2 times favor potion? You know, I think they did make the tonic of portent favor a bit too hard to get. I get making it a chase and a grind and making it difficult. I do. But I still think they made it a little bit too hard. Yeah. I'm with you there, no one. I am. Yeah, I do want to make sure to say here, like, I'm not trying to dissuade anyone from getting the 10k favor if you want to. It's just I've been basically gung-ho about the night market. And knocking away haters this way and that way, backhand, front hand. And so if I'm no longer covering it or no longer, like, super into it, I wanted to, like, explain why. You know, I wanted to give my personal perspective, but I'm in no way saying you should all just do what I'm doing and quit the night market. If you're having fun and you find the rewards to be worth it and the favor easy to grind, keep doing it. Why not? Go for it. I'm not telling you not to. I was explaining my position. I'm turning the influence slider on being an influencer all the way to off. I'm not trying to influence anybody. I'm just explaining. I'm an explainancer, not an influencer. Okay, so I can just forfeit right now, right? Okay, whatever. I'll take the crow guy. I'll take this guy. I'll take... I can only do one. Okay, you go ahead and you get your buddy. Okay. Great. Yeah. Are we done? How do I forfeit? Where's the button for concede match? Yes. Defeat. Woo! Okay. Did I do it? Hey. No. No, Perk, you deceived me. No, I do actually have to I have to actually complete a match, it looks like. Someone has to either win or lose. I can't just throw the game. Which is not what it says here. It says play a ranked or unranked tribute match against another player. It doesn't say you have to complete it. Those liars. Whatever, man. There's no way maybe I could just, like, just do everything wrong on purpose and lose the right way, but yeah, apparently I have to wait 10 minutes because I ran away. Okay, fine. fine. No one, you're saying you're sick of Mother's Sorrow and Plague Doctor? I mean, there are better options. I'm going to get to that here in a little bit. For most builds, Tideborn, even with the nerf, is still going to be better, along with Deadly Strike. That's what I'm going to put on my Arcanist later on here. If I ever get past just chatting with you guys, which I might not. Paranormal Girl, you're fed up with the relic grind? That's pretty easy. I think I only need one piece left for 2 of them. I have 1 of them. You just gotta go do the boss, and then whenever the hotfix comes out for it, it may already be out. You're gonna be guaranteed to get your fragment from whichever source you're getting it from, so that's better. I don't know. I don't personally think the relic grind is too hard. No one. Thank you. Thank you for your comment on the shirt. You know, it's funny. I got 2 of these shirts at Burlington Coat Factory literally like 12, 13 years ago, and they still look like they're brand new. It's the only kind of button up I ever really like. I have these 2 shirts that last me freaking forever. Rogue Paladin, you're saying the favor needs to be adjusted along with the rewards? I mean, yeah, probably. Probably you should get more favor than you do. Probably. This is the same as Solstice. There's a massive grind. You get burnt out at the end. Paranormal Girl. I don't know. I don't know if they're comparable. Because aside from the trial, there was nothing this difficult in Solstice. And it was their last stab at like a conventional zone before they switch gears and they're doing something completely different now.
Azura will have to send me back from the crossing for a 3rd life.
No, you could say every zone is a grind, but to its credit, Night Market is at least different. It's definitely different. So Blank Knight, did you come through with that screenshot? Let's see. Yeah, okay. Okay. See, it's crazy. It looks completely different on this person's screen. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Discord, and we have some new screenshots thanks to, what was your name again, brother? Black. Don't say the thing that I want to say with in association with Black. Blank Knight. Blank Knight. Blank Knight came through with some screenshots of glittering gold, and it looks completely different from anything else I've seen. It doesn't look the same at all. But I'm just playing up Discord, which for some reason... Oh, sweet. Truth Seeker. You have glittering gold, and you are in PSNA. Well, that makes things easier. So if you want to jump in and actually show the die, that'd be awesome. Let's see here. But we do have some pictures from Blank Knight of the die. So I'm going to go ahead, get rid of all this stuff. So that's what it's looking like for Blank Knight. And yeah, it just kind of looks sort of like Divine Gold, but darker, not as shiny as I was thinking. And there is that green tint to it. When in like indirect light, it has a green tint. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is the best I've seen it. Like, it looks better here than anywhere else. But still, is it worth that 10K favor? I don't know, guys. Looks way different here, though, than other sources I've seen of it. Interesting. Thank you so much, Blank Knight, for coming through with that info. Geo, you're saying rewards and gameplay was overall meh for the night market? It was fun for a while, though. I mean, that's my exact feeling on this. It was fun for a while. It was really great. I'm just bored. I'm just personally done. No one, you're sure by the next time night market comes, it'll be more rewarding, a bit easier to get favor? Yeah, probably. Sergey Gavrilov, you were shocked that you only get 150 favor for the trial? Wow, really? Really? You do the whole trial, you only get 150 favor? You're kidding me. Whoa, it should be at least like 500. My lord. Okay, I still got 2 minutes in the penalty box, and then I can purposefully lose it. Tales of Tribute. Oh, Truth Seeker. I'll go to the Eleanor Way Shrine, but also, if you want, you can join our guild, and that's probably an easier way to find you. Unless you're already in it, and you just go by a different name. I don't remember anyone called Truth Seeker in the guild. Yeah, no. No. But yeah, please do come to the Eleanor Way Shrine when you're ready. And it should probably, I don't think it's so busy today, will be in separate instances. But if we can't find each other, you can drop your PSN in the Discord. Again, it's in the bio of the channel. And then I'll invite you to the guild. And we can hook up that way. But yeah, anyway, I'm just over here. I'll get on my mount so I'm easier to find. So another ridiculous bug about the night market is if you bring your companion in, then go back out, they're back on their default horse. Poor Zareth on this ugly horse. Okay, collectibles, mounts, big cats. There. Yeah, I am here whenever you're ready, Truth Seeker. I would really like to see the die in my own screen. Yeah, thanks again, Blake Knight, for the pictures. Yeah, Truth Seeker is. Oh, is that you? That is looking like that die. Okay. Okay, let me go ahead and record. I want. So here we have Truth Seeker with the glittering gold die. And yeah, I mean, that looks basically like a slightly greener version of Divine Gold. Get out of here, Winged Twilight. Photobombing Winged Twilight. Yeah, man. No. Yeah, it's like Divine Gold, but it's got this greenish tint to it. I'm gonna have to unequip that Winged Twilight. It keeps photobombing. Thanks, man. Thank you for coming to show it off. And then when it's not in direct light, it looks greener, like bronzer, and even less desirable. So yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, thank you so much for showing this off, brother. No, that confirms it. No interest. No interest in trying to get this. I'm super disappointed. I thought this die was a lot better than it actually is. Dang. Oh well. Thank you for showing it off, brother. That does it. That does it. Sweet. Now I've got an actual recording of that for my video. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. We've seen a few different pictures from different angles, different lightings, and now we've seen it here through my PS5 Pro itself, through my Elgato 4KX capture card. Yuck. It's totally not worth it. Blank Knight, you're saying you wonder if they'll ever manage crossplay. I mean, they're going to do it. It's going to be super hard. We will have crossplay, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. They're having their Kennedy space program moment right now. Let's just hope, they don't try to take on the CIA and the Israelis and the mob all at once. Lone gunman. Kennedy was fine when it was just a space program. Just went a little too far there. But they're doing the hard thing. So one of the biggest signs I've seen recently supporting the idea that they're actually doing crossplay is the PTS schedule is actually getting disrupted because of it. This was in the forums recently, like a couple days ago, where they're saying they're having to take the PTS period back to like 4 weeks instead of 5 because they're doing so much work on crossplay. It's something that they have really set their eye on, and I really think they're going to do it. It's just a matter of when. I mean, they seem to have settled on the time period of 2027. Full crossplay. Full cross, whatever the other thing is. Cross save. Probably Warframe style, where you have to choose a main account that you can then access from any device. They're not actually going to fuse the accounts together. That'd be too confusing. But you'll be able to choose one account and then be able to access it on Xbox, PC, or PlayStation. Same account, cross-play, cross-save. Cross-play meaning there will be one unified server ecosystem for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. I'm guessing this will kind of be their centerpiece release next year. So probably between the period of April and July. Okay, here we're going to try another Tales of Tribute game here. Can I just wish I could forfeit, but I'll just lose the right way. Okay. I confirm that I'm going to get this thing that I don't understand. And yes, that one too. Because he's the best. That guy. He's going to make me win the game. Okay. I choose Blue Eyes White Dragon. You'll never defeat me, Kaiba. That's where you're wrong, Yugi. I will defeat you. End turn. I'm just going to end the turn. Every turn. And hopefully that will count. Hopefully that will count. Dude, just get all your points. Is this where the points are? Is this where this is supposed... how do you tell who's winning? Okay. Oh, I just can't think of a move. Like, you got this, buddy. You can do it. Coin. Prestige. Oh, it's prestige. You gotta get prestige. That's right. Okay, go ahead and get your prestige there. Get that prestige. You can do it. I don't know what to play. I guess I'm just gonna end my turn. The night market has a reward problem. It's too grindy for what the rewards are. Cameron Turner. If they want people to FOMO a limited event, they need to give the goods. Yeah? Oh, it's my turn? Oh, okay. Here. Oh, no. Just kidding. I'm just gonna end the turn. Thanks. Cruxweaver, you swear it looked different in their showcasing of the die? I mean, yeah, me too, man. The only real showcase I ever saw was from ESO Hub, but it looked completely different. It looked completely different in what ESO Hub was showing. Boop. Yeah, I mean, David, like, I've already shown how it's possible, how it's actually really quite easy to get 10k favor by the end of the market. It's just, I'm bored and I don't want to anymore. But please, guys, feel free. I mean, I literally made the guide on how to do it. Like, if you want to get it, if it's worth it to you, go for it. I'm just personally done. But that doesn't mean you have to do it. Blue Mucus Gold. Cruxweaver. Cruxweaver, you nailed it. Yeah, they should have named it Flu Mucus Gold. That's exactly what it looks like. Master Neloth, you found the night market to be very disappointing. You're not touching it with a 50-foot pole. I mean, I don't know. I didn't find it to be disappointing. I found it to be fine for what it is. I'm just done with it. But I'm not like your average night market hater. Yeah, they said they're going to 5 weeks, and then now I think they're saying they're going back to 4 weeks again because they're working too hard in PTS. Let me see if I can find this post here. Derp, 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 derp. Yeah, oh, end turn. I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. Downtime for the server. Night market response. ESO Plus benefits. Oh, when they did the Xbox Play Anywhere thing, that was a huge catastrophe. They made so many posts about that. Forums are laggy. Where was this? Okay, yeah, wait. ESO PTS schedule changes. Okay, right. Okay, so what he's saying here, I'm not going to put it on the screen because it's on my phone. I don't want to find it again on desktop Discord, but this is from Zos Kevin. Hi all, we have a quick update on the length of PTS cycles. After hearing some of the feedback from reducing PTS from 5 weeks down to 4, we went back and worked out some of the obstacles to get back to 5 weeks. We've worked out the current issue on our end, so we're bringing back the 5-week PTS cycle with the current PTS cycle. Next week will be the last week of PTS for you 50. We do want to be transparent about this process. So we also want to note that we could transition down to 4 weeks again in the future due to our work on crossplay. As we are working toward crossplay, new hurdles may come up that require additional time and resources, thus impacting PTS. However, if that does happen, hasn't this person won yet, by the way? Like, please, thank God. Am I done? Am I? Yes. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, let me finish this really quick. As we're working toward crossplay, new hurdles may come up that require additional time and resources, thus impacting PTS. However, if that does happen, we will issue an update to make sure everyone is aware of the change. Thanks again for your feedback on this issue and your patience to work to improve this. Okay. So that's what they had to say about the PTS cycle. So it does look like they may have to reduce. Crossplay is such a thing that they may have to reduce the length of the PTS cycle. So yeah, I mean, long story short, they are working on it. Okay, let's go check out this die. This is probably not like the best character to show it on, but I'm excited. I just want to go look at it. Let's see what it looks like. Commemorative Eban leather, is that what it was called? There it is. Ooh. Let me turn my face off here really quick. Now that is a nice looking black die. That is on every type of surface. It's actually black. Huh. That is way better than I was expecting. I think it's better than Cold Harbor Ash Black because it actually looks black on metallic surfaces. Like even on the Molag Kina mask here. Now let's look at Cold Harbor Ash for comparison. Yeah, it's not as shiny. It's not really that different. But one thing I've noticed about Cold Harbor Ash Black is it has this kind of brownish sort of tint to it in certain lightings. While this, it has more of almost a reflective bluish sort of sheen that could be a reflection of my staff on every single surface. Making it almost like void pitch dye in that way, but that's much more blue. Huh. Now, what do you guys think of that? I think that's one of the best black dyes in the game. I think that's really good. Cool. Well, I'm so glad I threw that Tales of Tribute match so I could get that. All right. Catching up with the chat. Truth Seeker, did you guys see the banner switch in the house? What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Master Neeloth, you wish they added crossplay before you went from Xbox to PC. They think you'll stick with PC, yeah. Crossplay is needed if they want events like the night market to be consistently popular, Cameron Turner. People who get on and find no players because sorry, I got interrupted because their limited schedule. Yeah, right. I mean, it'll just help with finding people to play with in general. That's for sure. Okay, we're done with that. So now I can go back to my now perfectly beautifully gold character. Yeah, see, it's a dead ringer for the mount now. I managed to get what I wanted in a completely roundabout way. Yeah, Eric Wilson. Yeah, you had to do a round of Tales of Tribute to get Zareth Var's achievement. Only one, and it could be against an NPC, thank God. But yeah, dude. No matter what they add to the game and how bad it is, it can never be as bad as Tales of Tribute. Hey, but speaking of Zareth Var, I gotta change his outfit too to match with that new gold dye. Wait, what? Okay, he was just naked for a second. Sure. Why? I'm sure his mount got... No, his mount's still good. So actually, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get to doing the Arcanist build today.
My grief is with
So I've been going for an hour, and you know, these days, because just gonna say I'm actually pretty popular now. I end up just basically interacting with the chat for the entire stream. Okay, so there's 10th anniversary. And yeah, see, the thing about Divine Gold is it's just too orange. It's too orange, man. It's like Orange Man. And we all know Orange Man bad. The Yellow Man, you know, the white reggae artist, you know, he's good. Yeah, so now both me and Zareth are styling on our mounts like never before. Sweet! Boomer Goblin. Oh, sorry, no, Bomber Goblin. If your name was really Boomer Goblin, I would just ignore what you were saying without even thinking about it. Though it's funny, I'm totally becoming a boomer. So I live in a new house. It's like 2 years old now. And there's an HOA. And for the last couple of years, I'm like, you know what? Fuck the front yard. Who cares, right? Just let it go crazy. But then I was like, you know what? I should actually take good care of the front yard. And now it's turned into this thing where, like, I actually really care about it. I finally had to cave and just, you know, use the cancer chemicals to get rid of the clover and stuff. And now I'm just, every morning I go out and look at it. I'm like, clover's going away. The grass is growing through it. And that yard's looking good. I every Sunday afternoon, I go and I take care of my front yard. I'm becoming such a boomer. Okay, Bomber Goblin, you're saying Zos is failing with the events? Again, that's not really the way I feel about it. I think the night market is really good. I think they did a great job with it. I'm just personally bored. I'm gonna be honest. I always am. I'm honest. That's why people like me, is I'm honest. I think the night market's great. I think they did a great job with it. There are a few problems with it, of course, right? But no, they did a good job with it. It's fun, just only for like about 10 hours for me. Some people like it for longer. Some people don't like it at all. I mean, that's fine, right? But I think Zos did a great job with it, personally. I think it's a great event. So, you Blank Knight, you're saying with crossplay, maybe Slag and Cyrodiil will be on another level? Part of me worries that's why they're going so hard with Vengeance. I mean, I did a video on this about 2 weeks ago, right? About why I don't like Vengeance. What I failed to mention there is the distinct possibility that they're going to make Vengeance the default or possibly only form of Cyrodiil, or at least maybe the only version available on crossplay, because otherwise lag would be astronomical. This may be the payoff that we have to do to get crossplay is we have to accept vengeance. I'm worried about that. I don't know. I'm not some insider. It's what people think I am. I think I'm part of the stream team. They think I have like the ear of Zos or something. Like we're all in cahoots together. Yeah, right. Never. No. They don't pay you. They don't make it worth your time, but then they try to control everything you say. Hell no. If you want to control my speech, you gotta pay me an ass load of money. I don't know why people sign on for the stream team. They think they can't make it on their own, and maybe they can't. But the second they don't like you and drop you from it, you've lost all the subs. You've lost the whole audience that you got from the stupid little shout outs they do like once every 3 months on the website. It's amazing how many people are part of this. And you go and look at their channels. Most of them don't even have YouTube accounts. They're only on Twitch. It's like setting up a taco truck in a graveyard, bruh. Twitch is a taco truck in a graveyard. No, I will not explain. Okay, I might explain, but not right now. And they got like 200 subs on Twitch. And they're part of the ESO stream team. I'm a very important person. You have to respect me. I'm in the stream team. Yeah, no, I have no idea what the fuck they're doing. I only know what you guys know. I mean, I pay like a little bit more attention than most people. But it's not hard. I'm just on the Discord, the public one, and I look at the dev updates every day. I look at the website articles every day. I mean, it's just part of my daily routine. It's like not that hard. But yeah, God knows what they're cooking. God knows what poison pills we're going to have to accept in exchange for crossplay. The Lord himself only knows if those poison pills will be worth taking to get crossplay. This is going to be the big drama of next year. I'm looking forward to it for that reason. It's going to be super interesting, but I'll have to see. We'll have to see where it goes. If you go in the night market house on the balcony, there's a banner pole that displays huge banners for your faction. Cool. Crux Weaver, am I into Fable at all? Am I interested in the new / remaster coming out? Why in the world they had to make the protagonist an ugly brown woman? I have no idea, especially when you can change the appearance of the protagonist. So why they made that their flagship? I mean, there are so many things about the new Fable that look so great. A little bit of background. Yeah, Fable, I mean, I loved Fable 1 and 2. I think were the ones I played. I loved the aesthetics. I loved the combat. I loved the world design. I loved the lore. I was not that big into games back then, but it was at the time, like probably, when did Fable 1 come out? Like 15 years ago now or something? It was at the time like one of my favorite games I ever played. Both me and my wife, back when she was my girlfriend in college, we played Fable a lot. And we both really liked it. And the technical complexity and richness of the world looked great. And no, don't get me wrong. I don't have anything particularly against ugly brown women, but it's virtue signaling. And what it ends up signaling is that we are artificially inserting a dead woke agenda that nobody even vibes with anymore into our game. Like if their flagship character, despite the fact you can customize it, but if everything they're putting, all the trailers and all the art and everything, is fucking free to follow, you know that there's gonna be more of that in the game. And I'm not some, MAGA Trump warrior
Get all the men out of the women's bathrooms. They're turning the frogs gay. They're turning the bathrooms gay with the DDT and the DMT and the ayahuasca journeys. They're licking frogs and they're making them gay for their tongues.
I wasn't trying to do Alex Jones, but I realized like that was the voice I was doing, so I just ran with it. It's just it's boring. Just like, you know, God is the only judge. He'll judge everything. He's the only one who can take offense. All right. I don't take offense to anything. I don't judge anything. I just look at social phenomena. And there was a time like 10 years ago when woke shit was like actually cool. I'm not saying I ever thought it was cool, but that was like, oh man, being woke is the future. Free Palestine, man. And now it's just like, it's just over. It's just not where culture's at now. Now we have Jesus grifters, which people think I am. I mean, I just love Christ. Like, sorry, I'm not trying to make a business out of it. But we moved on to the era of America's geriatric decline, as it's inundated with Jesus grifters, like their ticks sticking on your scalp, right? The woke thing is just over. Like, if they're trying to be trendy in the new Fable, they should put a whole bunch of crosses in it and have a bunch of, you know, martyred saints and whatever. So I'm concerned about it for that reason. Not because, like, ew, it's a brown woman, everyone run! It's just, it tells me that the content is going to be stale. It's going to be pandering to a base that literally doesn't exist anymore. The game's going to be out of touch and lower quality than it should be. It's just a sign of that. Like, if there's holes in your deck, you probably have termites in your house, right? I'm not making a judgment. I'm not saying termites are evil. Speaking of termites, anyone remember that Louis Farrakhan quote? I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to get banned. Okay, I'll say the last part. I'm anti-termite. But, you know, I'm not anti-termite, all right? Like, I'm just gonna say, like, if you got holes in your deck, you got termites. If you got an ugly brown woman as the flagship character of your game, there's probably systemic issues with it. It's just a sign of things. That's what I mean. Thanks for the question. Thanks for the question, Crux Weaver. I am really interested in the Fable remake. I'm just concerned it's gonna be woke trash inundated with AI slop. I'm concerned about it. And the actual creator is now making this stupid ass game where you got God as this little grabby hand just picking people up and tossing around, making buildings and stuff. I've never understood these games where you're like, I mean, Civilization or whatever. Like, I've never even comprehended the appeal of these games. People like them. I don't understand why. Personally, like, if you love those kinds of games where you're pretending you're God and making all these little people go do whatever you want, like, okay, great. Not my thing. Okay, all that aside, Blank Knight, you're saying you're not sure if the mini games make sense in Night Market. Well, a lot of people really like them. I mean, let's just be honest. A lot of people really like the mini games in Night Market. They do. So, I mean, there's that. It seems to be something that is really been a hit with the player base overall. But yeah, I mean, personally, I could take him or leave him. You know, I never really had an incredible amount of fun doing them. I don't hate them, but it's not really my thing. I'm kind of ambivalent on that. Hey, Lavendil. I'm kind of back here in the chat, but welcome. Crossplay is going to crash the economy, Eric Wilson. Yeah. That is one of the things that they're definitely looking at as they're working on implementing it. They're definitely looking at crossplay messing up the end game economies. It's a complicated thing. The fact they're tackling it at all, I mean, it's one of the things I respect ZOS most for these days. That they're actually, even though it's going to be real damn hard, they're actually tackling crossplay. They're going to try to do it. Rogue Paladin Screw Vengeance. My brother. The things I want to say about Vengeance right now would get me banned from YouTube. It is tripe and hogwash. That's what Vengeance is. You're afraid I'm honestly with my Vengeance worry? Yeah, I'm worried about a lot of things when it comes to Vengeance. Thrashed is a Kiwi term. The Haka is a Kiwi term. When I was in New Zealand, I lived there for like a couple months. One of my classes, we had this like 4-foot tall dude who was built like a bowling ball. Maori. His name was Papa Ho. And he taught us to do the Haka. Man, I got into that. I was like 18 years old. I was like, I like me the Haka. Oh man, that was some fun stuff. Okay, got some more good comments here. Way of the Forest Hand. You got bored in Night Market because you hate grinds. You also realize that it's not meant for me. So I just don't get the stuff I want, but I can't stand grinding for hours. So those who enjoy it, great. I mean, that's like, why did I even do this stream, man? You just explained everything that I wanted to say in like a sentence. Let me just read that again. Way of the Forest Hand. I got bored of Night Market because I hate grinds, but I also realized that it's not meant for me. So I just don't get the stuff I want, but I can't stand grinding for hours. So those who enjoy it, great. Stream synopsis right there. That's all I really wanted to say right there. That's it. If you love the Night Market, go for it, bro. Have fun. A lot of people are having fun with it. Go for it. Yeah, it's just not my thing anymore. I had fun with it. I did. I had my fun. Now it's boring. But if you're still having fun with it, awesome, man. Awesome. Krieg Guardsman, we got so excited about the Night Market and overdid it and got burnt out. I mean, yeah, I think that's another aspect here. Where I just overdid it. But I don't know if I really overdid it and got burnt out. I think I just did it enough to realize that I'd done it enough, if that makes sense. Like, I got everything that I wanted to get out of it. And then I was just done. Just done. Not in a, oh, Night Market's so dumb. I hate you, ZOS kind of way. Just like, yeah, okay. That was fun. I'm done. Movie's over. Time to leave. Hey, speaking of movies. Man, if you've not seen the Super Mario Galaxy movie, dude, 10 out of 10. Absolutely killed it. The first one, not as good. Good, but not as good. The sequel here, the first one was Super Mario Brothers from 2023. Super Mario Galaxy, dude, top-notch family entertainment. We went there with the kids' godparents, and we all had a great time, man. So the Super Mario Brothers movie, you guys should go see it if you haven't. It's just peak cinema. Peak cinema. I don't watch anything live action. It's just it's probably something I'll get into on my new channel. I do have to talk about that before I go. I have to tease the new channel I'm making. This is going to be cool. I think a lot of you will think this is really cool. And I'll need your help getting it off the ground. But it's completely out of left field. Has nothing to do with gaming. It'll surprise a lot of you, I think. I'm making a fashion channel. I'm making a makeup channel. I'll talk about the end of the stream. I really want to try to catch up with the chat here. Zoss bought apparently every streamer they could to make a now is the best time to return to ESO stream. Would not surprise me. Fable 1 was magical, 3 was absolutely terrible. True Seeker, you hate the idea of crossplay? So in PvP, instead of dealing with cheaters using Cronus, now they can literally aimbot, do macros. Yeah, man, I don't know. There are a lot of concerns here that have to be addressed before this actually goes live. Crux Weaver, I'm glad you like my Alex Jones impersonation.
Thank you. I mean, it's just I can't stand the New World Order. I stay up all night grinding my teeth, drinking vodka, and yelling at the walls. I say, you walls, you contain my immortal spirit. I must break free into the limitless ether so I can meet God and lick his nipples. But I'm stuck here with all these globalists and their gay frogs, and it just makes me so angry. Makes me want to defame some school shooter victims.
Don't get me started on that. Yeah, it's more about injecting wokeness in general into games to make them cooler and sell better, which has not turned out well. No, it has not. No, it has not. I don't know what atrazine is, but now I need it. Don't worry, it's already in you, bro. It's in all of us. You're still trying to comprehend Goat Simulator, man. Goat Simulator 3 came through for free in the PS store a few months ago, and I got it. It's just like GTA. That's all I can really tell. I might spin up some Goat Simulator here in a minute. Ugh. Populist and powermonger. The problem with Night Market is that grinds and old MMOs, they took months or years. This is only weeks long. I mean, yeah, that's a valid complaint too. The Night Market is going on for way too long. Yeah. Chuck Soup, I lasted dealing with the boredom longer than you did. Well, Rogue Paladin, if you're already there, you should just keep going, man. Okay. Okay, switching gears, guys. It is time for a big reveal. How do I want to do this? So, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to pull up the thumbnail here. And this is how I'm gonna broach this. Let me see. Maybe I actually have like yeah, here's a full screen image. So I'm just gonna turn this off. Turn everything off. And just let you guys look at this for a second. What do you see here? Do you see a multi-million view hit video? Yes, you do. So I first came across the whole Tartaria thing about 3 years ago. And it has driven me crazy ever since. I I spent a lot of time getting really into it, but eventually what frustrated me was how many fucking schizos are into this, who's come up with the craziest shit and roll with it. You know, the Tartarians had space lasers and they could turn themselves into animals, and that's where we get the Animorphs from. And actually, Star Wars is about Tartaria, and my mom was a Tartarian, and that means I'm a prince of Tartaria. And you should all buy my coffee because it's got mushrooms in it. Like, ah, fuck no, right? You know, like but it's driving me crazy and has for years. So I realized the only way that I would feel at peace with this is if I figured it out myself. And so that's what I did here, guys. Let me just pull this up really quick. I'm not sure if I really want to show this. But yeah, I'll scroll through it really quick just to give you guys like an idea of the scope. So this is my script for the first video. It's 6,000 words long, guys. And that's just the intro. That's just the intro to the subject where I'm trying to what I'm really trying to do is just examine it as objectively as possible, giving various different possibilities for the rationale, looking at the evidence in detail, not just coming out straight out the gate saying, "Did you guys know history is a lie? And I'm the only one who knows the truth, which makes me really special." So, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, first, I'm going to shut the door because the family's home and the baby's yelling. So, I was originally going to call this the Tartaria theory explained in brief, but then it ended up, it's going to run over an hour long probably. So, it's not brief anymore. So, now it's called the Tartaria theory explained lost history or paranoid delusion question mark. And I'm just going to read the opening paragraph, the hook. I'll turn off my camera because it's going to be a faceless channel, so give you like the really like the actual effect here. And I'm going to do the voice like this, like the History Channel. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna my normal voice. How do you accidentally map the largest country on Earth for 600 years? In 1771, the Encyclopedia Britannica listed Tartaria as a massive superpower spanning almost all of Asia. And a 1783 flag chart features an entry for the Empire of Tartary. Reports of a vast and powerful Tartarian empire date back to the voyages of Marco Polo. But today, we are told Tartaria was nothing more than a cartographic error. This is an investigation into the most disturbing void in history's grand record and the potential motives for erasing Tartaria from human memory. And that's what that's going to be. So, look, like I like video games. Obviously, I think there's something ultimately like edifying and beautiful about them and good. You know, like I'm not against video games, and I'll probably keep covering them. I'll probably keep covering ESO as long as it's around, but it's not particularly meaningful. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you're going to change the world by talking about this subject. But I could really contribute to people's understanding of the world that we live in by doing this. And also, it's very personal and selfish. This is driving me insane. And I just know that based on how, like, I think there's a combination of people being demented and then being drawn to this. And then it also, I think, is so overwhelming and powerful that it makes people go demented. And so I had to just do it myself. Okay. But anyway, that is coming. I don't know exactly when. It's gonna take a while. Because I have my day job here of ESO content, and it's going to, you know, recording it is going to be easy. That's going to take an hour or two. But then editing it and finding all the imagery, all the sources, etc., that's going to be the hard part. Brainstorming was definitely AI assisted, and it's crazy how when you keep things as strictly factual, how easy it is to get AI chatbots to get on board with this kind of thing, because they're completely objective. They have, unless you get a really bad chatbot, I don't know, maybe not all of them, but Google's Gemini is just like a reflection of human knowledge. So if you just put forward, like, here are these inconsistencies, what's the explanation? They'll be like, yeah, this looks weird to me. You know what I mean? Like, and this actually reminded me of something from Alex Jones back in the day. Where, like, in 2017, like, the most memorable thing I think he ever said was something like this.
Right now in history, we are deadlocked in a race between the technologists and the globalists, including Mika Brzezinski's father. They've been working on this for 75 years. They're trying to make technology into a vast global panopticon from which humanity will never escape. But in order to do so, they have to allow us to implement and use their technologies to the degree that they could cause our liberation. So now it's a race to see whether the technologies fully enslave us or fully liberate us first.
I mean, blew my fucking mind. Like, still, I think probably the smartest, most interesting thing Alex Jones ever said. Right? Where the idea is that, yes, modern technology is being developed for the specific purpose of eternally enslaving humanity. But to do so, they have to give us access to it to the extent that we can use it for our own liberation from that same control grid. So it's a huge gamble on their part. But that was evidenced, or you could use the word evinced. That was evinced by how I was able to use an AI chatbot to help me research and add to the credibility of the argument that there's something to Tartaria. Erased history. But again, I don't honestly know what happened here. There are three potential theories. One is that this, because, okay, spoiler alert, but there is something weird going on with history. These partially submerged buildings, all these old maps, all these old encyclopedias, something is not exactly on the level here. That's what, I mean, I thought I knew that before, but doing all this research, writing this 6,000 word script, that's like 100% confirmed for me now. There is something about history that is not right. But then explaining what and why, there are three theories. And I don't know which one is true. I definitely lean toward option one, which is that it was a purposeful and malicious erasure so that we wouldn't have free energy, we wouldn't be able to heal ourselves, we wouldn't have this connection to the divine through the resonance frequency technologies. It's probably that. It's probably they wanted to get us addicted to oil and have endless war and destroy the image of God within us and all that crap, right? But I don't know. But I don't know. It was probably Freemasons and Jesuits. Who knows? I'm gonna do another video on this channel eventually called "Who Killed Tartaria?" But then the other theory is that it was actually for our own benefit. I think this is probably like a CIA plant theory, but like it's really worth thinking about. Where maybe Tartaria was like a gilded cage, right? Where it became a calcified and entrenched aristocracy. And actual human liberation was suppressed. But the reason I think, and this is in the script, the reason why I think this is probably not true is because the world today, from everything we can tell, is not better. It's way worse. From everything we can see, just the fact we don't have beautiful buildings around anymore. I mean, literally the whole fucking world used to look like Eleanor. You know, it looked like some kind of Disney movie, but more beautiful. It was crazy. It was crazy. You look at the World's Fairs in the 1894 and the 1903, the St. Louis and the Chicago World's Fairs. I mean, my lord. But that's another option. And then the other option is that it just all kind of happened on accident and people were too stupid to explain what happened, so they just pretended they made it all. Oh, we just found this city. I guess we made it. Just to shut everyone up and make it so no one was confused anymore. But what are we all doing here? How was this built? Oh, we built it. Don't you remember? Oh, you remember something else? Off to the insane asylum with you. I don't know. But see, that's what I'm talking about with like treating the subject with objectivity. Is I'm not just coming in there and saying, Tartaria is true and you should believe it or else you're stupid. And by the way, I'm really smart for figuring this out. Except that I'm super confused and my brain doesn't work properly, which is like 90% of the people, I mean, probably close to 100% of the people who cover this kind of content is, first of all, I'm the smartest person who's ever lived, but the things that I say don't make any sense. That's the true mystery of Tartaria, is why does it make everyone who covers it retarded? Retartardian. The Retartardian Empire. I just thought that was way too funny. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna be working on this, and when it does come out, it's gonna, for a large part, be a totally different audience. But I've seen just in the responses to this, me talking about it here, there are a lot of people. There are a lot of you who are interested in this. So I will need you to be my boots in the ground when this comes out. I will need your help because I'm going to be starting fresh with a new channel called Tartaria Tours. And it will eventually have the tours part. Because I'm gonna cover this in the video. It's gonna be like the case study section. But there's actually a place pretty close to me, like 3 hours away. I mean, there's tons of them just in the vicinity. If I go back to where I grew up in Bellingham, Washington, like there's like 5 different buildings I can think of at the top of my head that are really interesting to look at. But there's this thing out here. It's not a building. I'll just show it really quick, and then I gotta get out of here. But let's take a look really quick at the China Wall in Loop, Washington. Come on. Here we go. No, brown lady. Go away. Okay. China Wall, Loop, Washington. Okay, so what you'll notice, first of all, is like Courage the Cowardly Dog's house. This is in the middle of fucking nowhere. And it was at the time, too. Like, this was not some ghost town. Like, this has always been a very deserted area, right? Right up there on the western edge of eastern Washington. And if you go out here, this is apparently the foundation of a silver processing mill that was never actually built. But if you go out here, this is what you're going to see. This is called dry stacking polygonal masonry, where all the rocks fit together. The largest of these walls is 22 feet high. There are 10 of them. It's survived multiple forest fires. It doesn't bear any resemblance to a mill whatsoever. And I mean, look at that. It's perfect. And there apparently used to be a plaque out here saying this was built by Chinese master masons. I'm going to go out here. I got to get the channel running first. But I'm going to go, I'm going to get some new equipment. I'm going to get a DJI Osmo. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to research this damn thing for myself. Thus Tartaria tours, right? Just like, look at the damn size of this thing. Look at that. And it's just all perfectly like seamlessly stacked together polygonal masonry. Makes absolutely no sense. Google AI agrees. It makes absolutely no sense. Okay. Wait, the screen is black? Oh, crap. It was black. Oh, I forgot to turn the display on. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Let's reopen that. Whoops. Sorry. I was doing this whole dramatic explanation and saying, look at that, and then it wasn't there. This is it. The China wall that I was just talking about. I just screwed up. Sorry. Forgot to press the button. But yeah, 10 different walls. Maximum, I think it was 27 feet high. Out in literally the middle of nowhere. I'll show that part again. Literally the middle of nowhere. Right out there in eastern Washington. So yeah, that's going to be the first actual investigation. Dude, someone ate your lasagna, Purge? Rude. Okay. There we go. So Cruxweaver, some of the best documentaries you've seen start out one way and transform as the investigation produces discovery. Yeah, I mean that's happening with me for sure. But at the same time, yeah, I mean I'm discovering that's true. But kind of transferring into what you're saying, no one is you're touching very sensitive material with Tartaria and old technologies. Not something someone should do publicly on YouTube or social media. I mean, I think that is generally true of the way that most people do it. Where they're coming out and making claims. Saying, like, outright, your history was stolen from you. You're being lied to. It was the Jews and the Freemasons. Go burn down your local synagogue. Like, people saying that, like... Yeah, I mean, I think purely investigative content is fine. I think that's just basically like History Channel stuff. I appreciate your concern, no one. definitely. But at the same time, this is what I'm really passionate about. I mean, I love video games, but like really not as much anymore. Really not as much as I stopped smoking weed, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, and I did personally use video games as an escape. But I mean, these days I play a couple hours a day, if that. I mean, maybe like an hour a day usually. Often with my family playing Fortnite. Like, I love the fact that video games exist. I'm not against them. I don't think like only losers play video games or anything. Like, it's just like not really where my passion is at. Like, I love my community. I love helping people. I love making videos. I love making content. It's just like the most fun thing I've ever done in my life. But this is not really where my heart is at. It's not like my heart isn't in it. It's not like I'm forcing myself to do it and I hate it. Like, I wouldn't be doing it otherwise. I mean, if that was the case. That's not the case. I love it. It's just, this is much more my passion than what I was doing before was. But what's really my real passion is getting to the bottom of lost or obscured history. That's what I really want to do with my life. So, Adonis Martinez, yeah, dude, get on our Discord, and if you can figure out what you're thinking of, definitely shoot me a link, because I'm pretty close to Montana too. I can go to either one, Washington, Montana, pretty easily. And believe me, I definitely will be. I definitely will be letting you guys all know when this does come out. The Crux Weaver, the channel is not out yet. I want to make the video, have it all ready first. Then I'm going to launch the channel, upload the video, and let everyone know about it. But I mean, honestly and truly, I probably won't get to it till this Saturday at the earliest. We will see. The issue comes when you, without real knowledge, talk about something that's actually dangerous for certain people's interests. I don't know. Like, I feel like, so there are channels out there with people who are way more like gung-ho about this. Like, if you guys are aware of them, this is the only one I even kind of slightly respect, though they definitely go way too far of just like believing stuff without any evidence. But like Mind Unveiled, they do a lot of good research, and they're all about that. They're all about poking at the elite and whatever, and poking the levers of power, but they never gotten in trouble. I don't know. I don't, and they have like 300 something K subs. Like, I don't know. I really don't think there's any danger. Firearms, start doing history videos about Tartaria. Do reaction videos too. Yeah. That could work too. That's a good idea. Do reaction videos to Tartarian lost history stuff. Point out what a bunch of retards they are. Well, analyzing it more carefully and thoughtfully. Because I mean, I actually did go to college. Like, I'm pretty smart. Like, I'm not, especially because I'm not using drugs anymore. Like, I'm not mentally ill. But yeah, I mean, famous last words, right? But no one, I appreciate your concern, but I think I'm good with the approach I'm taking. I'm not making claims. I'm just doing an investigation, and I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. But yeah, it's worth being careful, that's for sure. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna be paranoid about it. But anyway, guys, I gotta go. I appreciate you all sticking around. It was a big stream. Oh, dude. Hey, Hims, Bobby Mercer. I've seen you on here before, but I never connected it. Welcome, dude. I I was just talking about my new Tartaria thing. But I was just saying I'm finishing up here because it's time to go. My wife's trying to put the baby to bed, and I'm being too loud, and it's about time to go anyway. Yeah, no one. I'm definitely going to focus a lot on the architecture, and also the historical documents, the encyclopedias, and the maps. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys all being supportive and interested in this. I thought view numbers would just plummet, but only about half the people left when I started talking about this. So that's really cool. Okay. Montana megaliths. It's private property. Okay. I mean, I'm going to probably end up doing a lot of that. You know, going and calling people, contacting them, asking if I can see their stuff, you know. I'll check that out right now, though. All right, so we're going to finish up with a prayer. Lord, thank you for blessing me with the opportunity to do a stream here today. Thank you for making it one of my most successful streams to date. Thank you for everyone coming out. Lord, I ask that you bless everyone watching the stream now or later. And Lord, I thank you so much for inspiring me to take a new tack with content creation. I'm so grateful for all the support I've received on the stream today from people who are actually interested in that. Lord, please do bless me in that endeavor. And Lord, make my walk with you easier and guide all those other brothers and sisters in Christ to your side. And Lord, do have mercy on all the recently departed souls around the world. Forgive their sins. Bring them to their heavenly resting place. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. All right. That's going to do it, everybody. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Purge. Thank you, Crux. Thank you, No One. Thank you, Blank Knight. Hey, dude, thanks so much for the pictures earlier on. And, man, whoever that was who came and actually showed me... I forget the name. But whoever came and actually showed me the Truth Seeker, who came and showed me the die, that was super helpful. Thank you, everyone, for being part of the stream today. I'm going to get out of here. God bless you all. I'll see you soon.